Senator Stein, what purpose do I serve?
Thank you, Mr. President. To debate the bill.
You have the floor.
It's ironic y'all take a pretty straightforward economic development bill and in the process incorporate a provision that will probably do more long-term economic damage to the state of North Carolina than all the other little provisions y'all have in here combined. Two things that this bill is going to end up doing in a practical effect. One, it's going to raise sales taxes on people in small counties all across the state. Now let me tell you how it does that. Right now, in most counties, you're at 2%. And you can either do a quarter-cent general, or you can do a quarter-cent for public transportation. Well, Senator Gunn just said in his introductory comments that transit is not used. That quarter-cent, which exists on the books, is not used and cannot be used. So it isn't real. Right now, the typical rural county, therefore, has a capacity of 2.25 cents for sales tax. And what y'all have now done is make it up to 2.5% and let it go for transit, education, general purpose, whatever folks want to do. At the same time that y'all are cramming down more services and more obligations on local governments, when you look at where the economic growth has happened in North Carolina, it is overwhelmingly focused on Mecklenburg, Wake, and the Triad. And when I say Wake, actually, I mean the Triangle, and that includes 8 counties around it, because as Senator Blue rightfully noted, there are plenty of people in Franklin County who come into Wake County to work. There are plenty of people in Johnston County who come into RTP to work. Plenty of people in Alamance who go to Guilford. Well, by taking away tools in the toolbox for those communities to figure out how to move those millions of people around in their areas, you are making it so that they are less likely to succeed 5 years, 10 years, 15 years from now. Leveling the playing field, do you all think that an employer is deciding whether to locate in RTP or some rural eastern North Carolina county? That's not the choice. The choice is, do we go to RTP or do we go to San Jose or to Austin, Texas, Northern Virginia, Boston, just as Senator Blue said. So what you are doing is unleveling the playing field between North Carolina and these other communities that have public transportation systems that we are behind the curve on and are trying to get ahead of so that we remain an attractive destination for companies and their employees to work. As it relates to leveling economic development in North Carolina, I absolutely want us to do everything we can to help rural areas to grow. I know that many of you represent counties that are struggling, stagnating. Some of you are even losing population. The programs that we have that give extra incentives, the economic incentives, to have companies located in your counties, I am 100% for. I'm for paying teachers a supplement to work in rural counties because I know it's oftentimes harder to get high-quality teachers to come to rural areas when they want to come live in the cities where there's more dynamic stuff going on. Whatever we can do as a state to help your areas grow, I am for. We do that through our general fund. The irony is our general fund is overwhelmingly filled by economic activity from the Triangle, from the Triad, and from Mecklenburg. Y'all are cutting off your own noses to spite your face. An economic development bill that raises sales tax, and you mark my words, in a few years it will, in rural counties, and hurts the long-term economic prospects of the economic engines of North Carolina, this is an economic development bill I will be voting against.
Mr. President.